everyone. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. I want to thank all you guys for liking, subscribing, and all your wonderful comments and the dialogues we get to share every day. It's so wonderful. It's so fulfilling. I can't wait to wake up in the morning and I have all these wonderful messages from you guys. It's really, really nice. Oh my God, I just found a solution to my problem. I've got these lovely ginger chews and they really help my throat. So other readers, if you're out there and you're in any store, look at these. They're called chimes and they're chews. And I forgot all about them and I found them on the side of my bed and I'm like, they're really helping me because I hear a lot of readers, they're having congestion problems and we speak all day long. So we start to develop these problems. If you can get those, oh, they're wonderful. One of these gets stuck on your teeth. Okay. So tonight I just did a long taping and now we're trying to relax and go into different subject matters. But you guys a lot of you are curious about, if your twin flames and your soul connections are coming. And with 2019 right around the corner, we have new energy swirling all around right now with Jupiter in Sagittarius. It's our house of giving and gifts and receiving and all this wonderful stuff. I almost personally get overwhelmed. It's like I love occurrences, things, and goings on as much as the next person. But every once in a while, you ever go to your door and like Amazon, because it's Christmas season for me, I start early. The packages come and you're just almost like, well, we don't want to overdo it, okay? I feel like the overall message for everybody in terms of this is expecting our twin flames, our soul connections, our mystical love connections that are right out there, is that we take it easy and we don't form any kind of urgency or desperation or hurriedness about it, right? We're going to give it oxygen. So we're going to have 4 choices in the pick a card read for this. Right now we're going to have the Thinker, Peace, Happy, and Message in a Bottle. So I want to see what resonates with you and you take a moment to have a choice right there and decide what you like. I like using this methodology instead of numbers or stones right now. I just really like a visual going along with a message to choose from. And these are some of my favorite cards by Colette Baron Reid. They're amazing. And she has this great app right now. Oh my gosh, I use it every day and I just look at it. It's beautiful. She has it for the animal spirit cards I use too. So gorgeous. I mean, just very uplifting. So we're going to start with the Thinker. See what we got going on. Sometimes I forget what I have up on the desk and I'm like, what's going on? We're going to start with our funny little affirmators because I love them. And sometimes it's like, what we have to recognize, first of all, I'm hearing this so strongly, is let's not take ourselves so seriously, okay? Like right now, even me, I was so goofy before running around and I'm like, I don't always necessarily like to get on camera because, and I'm not like, I don't even know what the word is, self-conscious about things. I mean, if I have a bad angle or I look crazy or whatever, I don't really care. But it's like, I feel like anything, when anybody puts a step forward or they put something out in the world, it's like, make it look as best as it possibly can, right? The sets and all that. And, put on a little lip gloss and try to keep it together. You're never going to find me sitting on a basement floor with socks all around me talking to you, because I have respect for you and I know people's time is valuable and I like a little bit of magic and sparkle in the world, you know what I mean? A little bit of elegance, a nice touch and stuff, because I realize we all work hard, right? We have some tough days, so it's nice to plug into a little bit of placid, calm elegance. That's what I try to provide with the set. And Ian's like, oh, we're going to have bursts of color and this and that. So I'm excited. So what's going on for you guys with the Thinker? Okay, I love this. Positive, yes, positive thinking. That's the number one thing that's going to usher in our soulmates and our soul companions. We have to be on that frequency and that vibration, right? That gathers them to us, gathers that love. So in the gardens of my mind, I water my good thoughts and I weed out the bad ones. I throw in forgiveness and empathy seeds by the handful if I want. And I take a lawnmower to the jealousy and resentment patch. I'm a pretty badass head gardener, or this says mind gardener, but that's true. As soon as do this for yourselves, please. As soon as any of those thoughts pop in, oh, I'm not good looking enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not this and that to attract the person I want, annihilate the hell out of that the second it comes in, because it's meaningless, it's taking up space, and it's actually blocking in your twin flame and your soul companions that are trying to move forward. All we're talking about here is good energy, good frequency, and just it's time to revitalize how you think about yourself, right? You're a person filled with vitality, love, optimism, and you're ready for the grandscape of love, right? So that's what we're doing. We're saying, hey, I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's bring this companion in. I am ready, set, go. We're doing this. You know what I mean? It's all about, in order to manifest too, I find most of the things work faster for me when I use all five senses to envision. Okay, where we're seeing what they look like, of course, what they smell like. Do they wear colognes? What their hair feels like. Is it thick? Is it curly? What's going on with that? Stuff like that. Yeah, heavy visuals, very important. Okay, so we have King of Swords. There's your king. Oh my God. With Queen of Wands. I love the Queen of Wands because she's all about fire and passion, right? I love it. Oh, look at that. And then the world. Hooray. So please, you got the world, you got the king. I'm not sure what's going on with these visuals here. Let me put on my glasses for 1 sec. I want to double check something very quickly. I love the meaning. I like to read from the Klimt thing on their thing of their interpretation of the world. I find it very beautiful. It's funny, all books, I've read them over and over and over, and usually I start with what I know about it in the first place, because then I get the feel, and that's much different for me. So when we're talking about the world in this one, the pervading force, of course, is happiness, emotional harmony, new birth, soul, all those things. So when we have that, you are meeting, wow, this is crazy, and it's very strong. They're coming in, and I feel this is a very strong soul connection and twin flame. I don't necessarily always believe in the pattern of the runner and the chaser. I feel like if you come in and you have an accepting heart and you know it for what it is, you're going to work through any tiny trials and tribulations that can come into play. I mean, it will, right? With any relationship, you'll start to notice something about somebody, and it's a little different than you might think, but it's all about acceptance and balance, right? Acceptance and balance. I feel that very strongly. When we're not there, we're not here to judge each other. You know what I mean? We're here to embrace and go on. And you're equally matched in terms of a lot of things. You've had parallel existences in terms of your upbringing, how you were raised, what your thoughts are. Again, how honest each of you, how authentic each of you are, how much integrity you have, love, loyalty, all those things. Very, very trustworthy men and women here that are coming together. They're not looking for the bigger, better deal. Once they meet you, whew, that's it. You guys are fused. I keep hearing the word fused. Absolutely. Yeah. And that, yeah, as soon as February, April. Let me try to zoom this up. By the book. I love that. Yeah. I feel like sometimes I'm going to interpret this a little different. I mean, I don't have the book on me right now, and I love all the sayings in that. But when I hear this, the first thing I hear that is, yeah, go by your own personal book, your code of rules. We all have that, right? What we find acceptable and unacceptable, and don't bend and give in that. If we feel like somebody's behaving a little off, and it's not something that we're willing to tolerate and it needs to be discussed, do that, especially if there's a clashing of personalities and something has to be worked out and honestly identified and disentangled. That's how you're going to make your connection be sound and lifelong. No, oh, I don't see that over there. I don't see that red flag that's huge and waving in my face. You need to address it. You need to adult up and address that. And you're just going to work through it and realize, hell, when you just put a little simplicity and balance on something, it's much simpler, right? And then you have Beauty Way. Yay. I love that. I'm just going to have my guide speak to me as I pull these. I'm not pulling out all the books. I always feel like this in terms of that, the message I get with this. It's like when we envision a path before us, we have lots of choices all the time, right? Why not take the lovely, unsculpted, artistic, optimal, happy, healthy way through, right? Where we see beauty, where we see somebody's good intentions, where we see them trying, where we see their heart opening, where we see them giving effort and love and trying to be trustworthy. Because when anybody acts jealous, strange, or off key, it's all about insecurity, right? It's like they haven't quite got their balance together. But as we learn as we mean to go on, right? I love that thing. I think Colette always says that thing. Whatever is meant for you is not going to pass you by. I love that so much. And that's what's happening. What is meant for you is not going to pass you by. It's going to come right into your periphery. You're going to recognize it and you're going to work into it. And it's going to be beautiful because the connection is going to be, it's, of course, it's highly identified the second it occurs. And you're just going to realize, okay, I've met my king, I've met my queen. We have the world together. Let's establish a playing field. Let's have open communication and trust, trust, trust. So that's you guys beautiful very soon. I love that. And don't forget to your positive thinking. I love that so much. So that's you guys. Don't forget to press like and subscribe if you're new. And and also hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications when the new videos come out. And I have all my links right below for private reads, all the information on that. I'm now on Instantgo, which people love. And again, I told you guys, don't feel shy about doing it at the crack of dawn, right when you get up, because I know you're from all over the world. I'm up at like 5:30 and I'm happy to just start answering. And I always get back to you usually within 30, 40, 50 minutes. Because it sounds off, and then yeah, it's a very quick, simplistic way to do that. So here we go. So let's see what's going on for peace. Two of Pentacles. It's funny, in most of those when it shows somebody juggling them around, I like that one where she's just sort of sitting there because you don't have to multitask. Five of Pentacles. This is Pentacle group, right? All right, so let me just give this thought for 1 second. I love the interpretations of all these. I like to, even though these aren't the Klimt cards, I like to refer to some of them in their simplicities. Let me see what we got going on here. It's snowing where I am right now. It's snowing like crazy. There's like a little mini blizzard going on. It's crazy. So yeah, with the wheel there, the fortune, new love, start of activity. And the thing, I feel right in December, January, this is all coming in, and you're going to handle it beautifully. I feel like there is a balance and there's an acceptance going. You've waited for this. The signs are there. It's already into play. So all you have to really do is recognize, okay, this is going to be my game plan right now. If this is the person I'm supposed to spend my life with, ask yourself those few questions. Okay, how do I want to assert myself? How do I want to integrate our lives? Because what we don't want to be is be swallowed by the proverbial love beast, right? Where it's like, oh my gosh, I have to become this person for them. I have to become this entity for them. I have to do this for them. No, you have to stay what you are and who you are completely. When we're able to do that and be our person who still loves our hobbies, our crafts, our creativity, who we are, and what we do, we create a lovely atmosphere that invites them to do the same and be authentic. And in all my studies that I've read over and over, the male facet, they find very, very important to have a comfortable emotional space with their new person, because they have to repress that sadness, any tears that might well up. They repress that for years and years and years, even within their family. So when they're in a comfortable space with a woman and they feel like they can cry and open up emotionally, there's no greater need for them. So when that happens and they're able to do that with you, it's such a relief. They depend on you so wholly. They're so happy about that. They cannot get enough of that and be around you because they feel free, happy, and recharged in your presence. I feel that very heavily. So that is lovely. Let's pull you one of these cards. I love that. So again, let them know that you recognize that in them. If they, oh, how are you feeling today? You read that roadmap of emotions on their face. Let them open up and share with you. Oh my gosh, I love that. I'm putting on my glasses. I give up even trying. It takes me so long. I'm trying to teach myself to read without my glasses, but I'm not even going to do that. In this moment, I take a step back and I look at myself with the pride of a good mother. I see an abundance of abilities and talents that show up all the time in big and little ways. If I could stick myself on the refrigerator, I would. I would invite all the neighbors over and say, look at that. Can you believe an A+ that is? What an A+ that is? See? It's very, very true. When that's also, I'm hearing very strongly, you don't have to be like this preening peacock that is like, oh, I'm so fabulous and this and that. It's very little about the physicality after a very short while. Sure, that's the initial response when somebody sees somebody that's very attractive. They're like, oh wow, look at that hair, look at those eyes, look at whatever, that physique. Guess what? That wears away very quickly if you have an abrasive or nasty personality, right? If you're soulful, loving, and you care for someone, that just resonates. It's like a hum. It's on the same frequency. It's all encompassing. It's very, very important. So you're having that right now. When you meet them, that balance is coming in. It's like you're going to be struck by mini lightning, and you're actually going to have weird occurrences. You're going to want to run. You're going to want to stay still. You're going to feel hot. You're going to feel cold. You're going to feel a million things at once. But all you have to do is ground out and accept it for it is, hey, I'm an adult. I have my shit together. I realize this is it. Let's play. Let's go. Game on. That's it. Like I don't understand the fear that's involved in love, or the reticence of, like, I'm going to have to learn up on that. I know about people with anxieties, and I've studied that and stuff, but because that's the opposite of who I am, if I see something, I just go for it. Like, I don't have that fear, so I don't understand that. Like, I don't even know what bashful is. I've never known that for a minute in my life. Having so many older brothers and always just like jumping in and mixing it up, it's kind of hard for me to come from that avenue, so I have to study it. But I understand that. I understand when people are like, oh, rejection is a real thing, right? The fear is real, for sure. So the smoky mirror, I love this too. I definitely believe 100%. That's the thing too. There's a lot of illusions out there. There's the smoke and mirrors of everything. Somebody can see them some way and project some image of who they are, and they can be totally different, right? And then they're out of their element, and all of a sudden you're like, whoa, who the hell is that? You ever see that? Like, somebody just becomes a different person. Maybe something sneaks out that's a little racist, weird, or off kilter. You've seen that in your past, right? So now you'll know what you'll accept in terms of that. And if anybody has anything like a belief system that does not jive with yours because it's freaky deaky or messed up, it is just not you. It's not who you are. It's not how you vibe out. Be like, later, Tater, because you don't have to. Nobody has to settle. That's the one message I'm hearing very loud. Don't settle. They're coming. They're the one for you. You're allowed that space. You're allowed to be choosy. It's your time. So that's fantastic. So that's you guys. I love that. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new, and also press the notification bell. All my links are below if you need any information on private reads or any of my Instago stuff, the Patreon page, all that stuff is down there. Thank you guys so much. And comment too. Do you feel it? Do you feel the energy coming your way with your twin flames and your significant others and your soul companions? I feel waves. I feel the energy and all that stuff around. It's almost like percolating, like when water percolates. It's that kind of really cool excitement, right? So I'm very excited. Right, we're gonna go into these cards right now. So I hope you guys are all having a nice fall. Where I am, it's snowing right now. It's snowing. It's supposed to get like 3 to 5 inches. They had this big advisory in place, and everybody was like, when that happens, everybody goes to stores and they buy, like, the apocalypse is coming. It's ridiculous. Thank God Ian goes and does all that, because I don't like that sense of urgency, being empathic. I feel I don't know. It's like that Black Friday. I almost called it Friday the 13th. That Black Friday urgency. Like, I hate that. I won't go near a store. Hell to the no. I don't want to know. Just everybody settle down. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you ever go in a store and you hear people sign because they're like, they have to wait. Christmas, forget that. Black Friday, no way. No, 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 no. Four of Cups, some beautiful balanced energy. The Hermit, I love that. I love when that comes up in any kind of soul connection. Ooh, nice. And the Emperor. Yes. So yes, they're coming in, and they're coming in fast and hard. I want to see what you guys can see. I'm just going to look at the screen for a minute to see that. I kind of want these up a little bit so you guys can see them. I love these beautiful, vibrant cards. They're gorgeous. Yeah, look at that. So yeah, when you have this combination, this is beautiful. Wow. Wow. Let me just look. Yeah. It's just saying, take a moment. I keep hearing, yeah, you have, this phase is moving in, but that one thing, whenever I see the Hermit, what I like to remind people is, please take a little time out for reflection and self-evaluation, and start to set your firm boundaries when people come in, because now I feel like a lot of you, this group in particular, is very highly magnetic, so you're going to be drawing all kinds of people I'm going to need more and more coffee and my throat is so dry. You have more and more people that are attracted to you, but you want to differentiate and be discerning, because what happens is I feel like a few of you guys are going to have people coming at you that are very, you're going to be impressionable because they're going to tell you what you want to hear. They're going to be looking the way you want them to look, but there's a deceptiveness to a few of them because that's the rationale of somebody who's very self-involved. They want to appear beautiful and like inside, like they're a budding golden god and they're lovely, but they have layers that need to be looked at. So just be very aware and vigilant. Watch body cues, all those things, body gestures, all those things, how they glance at other people when you're around. Because you ever notice that you ever see people out on a date and you see that sly dude that's like checking out the waitress, checking out everybody. It's those weird little things that reverberate that tell you there's some on-sound practices going on mentally with that person. Just be aware of that because you're going to have to start deciphering and weed through the chaff till you get to the people that are they're solid and they're worthy of you. Again, you're going to need your firm boundaries. I feel like your soul companion is just around the bend. I'm hearing just around the bend. And, you know, I'm hearing February, I'm hearing Valentine's Day that somebody's going to declare. You're going to have a lot of declarations this group. Very, very nice. But again, take time to reflect and know what you really want and what you're trying to manifest. When you're making those lists, be specific. Be specific and just be joyful and be light about it and be happy and be carefree because it's energy. Energy is very elastic and we can play with it just like time and the stuff we want to call into ourselves in our realm, right? We want it to be fun and we want it to be lighthearted. So yeah, ta-da, manifestation. I feel like you guys are heavy manifestors right at this time. So this card is saying, if you could have anything you wanted, what would it be? Get specific and get greedy. Get greedy. You are holding the magic wand and you can conjure up anything. Could it be when you declare your wishes out loud, you're actually casting a spell for your dreams to come true? Or is it just that in a very practical sense, the more people you speak with about your desires, the more folks that know what you want and might have the means to help you make them happen. Either way, stop waiting and start manifesting. But don't use that word if you don't want to. Every once in a while I hear like a manifestation overload, right? I'm like, manifest, manifest, manifest. I feel like it gets to be a bit much. But guess what? Manifestation is the culmination of your energy, thoughts, and wishes and pulling them towards you and the energy that you're projecting that then boomerangs back to you, because as long as you keep it on the up and up and you, again, I cannot stipulate enough those four corners of honesty. Hail, say hail over and over and over. I live by hail, 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 hail. Honesty, authenticity, integrity, and love. When you do that, only good things come to you. I never have to remember anything. I never have fear or any of those things because I don't operate on a level where I'm trying to get something for nothing or be deceptive. Deception is such an effed up proclivity. I don't even know why people do that. Why are people trying to lie, cheat, and steal? Just get out there and participate in life with beautiful people. You know what I mean? I understand people have illnesses and I don't know. Just sneakiness creeps me out. And I've always been able to identify it, so I know it's hard for some of you, and I feel so bad for some of you who have been taken advantage of by people that have the skill set to use and abuse. It's very unfortunate. But you guys are going to have some serious clarity of thought with this right here. You're going to be like, nope, you took the time to step back and say, hey, be aware of this energy where people can be a little deceptive and whatever, because you do have fast and furious, you have a lot of attention coming your way, and you're going to be able to cherry pick stuff and get very decisive and know what's going on in the energy that's fluctuating around you, which I love. So again, reflection on who we are, deep breaths before we speak, so we have clarity of thought, very, very important. Being balanced, having our chakras cleansed. I feel like this group, I feel like you're having a little bit of respiratory issues, like your nose is a little congested when you wake up, your throat, you're having little issues with that. Get your zinc, stuff like that. Comment if you're having that. I feel like a few of you are. All right, so that's you guys. Wow. I'm going to pull you one of these. Again, this deep knowing keeps coming up, and I love this. I definitely feel like, yeah, in terms when they come in, a lot of this I feel heavy in the spring. You're just going to feel you have a deep knowing. It's an energy, it's a connection. It's ingrained. It's one of those things where it's our sole purpose, I feel, sometimes to interconnect and find our special one. And you're doing that and you know right away. You're not shocked. You're not blown off course. You're just going to work into it in a very calm manner, which is going to be beautiful because that's what love's all about, right? Acceptance and blending. That's beautiful. I love that. So that's you guys. Love it. Oh, beautiful. So now we're going to go on to happy, happy. So if you're new, don't forget to like and subscribe, and then also press the links below. Oh, and the notification bell as well, so you know when all the new videos come up. And all my links are below for private reads, for the Patreon page, for all that. Thank you guys for supporting and commenting all your beautiful stuff. I really, really appreciate it. And all you guys going on, what is it? Instantgo too, for your little quick reads. That's so fun. I love doing that. Because I love to get back to you like within 20 minutes and then we have a dialogue. It's really, really super. I love it a lot. So now we're on happy, happy. Let's see what's going on with you guys. Okay. I'm going to start you guys with, I don't know why. I feel like I might have already done this, but I know sometimes when I try to do 2 long reads right in a row, no. You know how I remember? Is with these that we only had 2 manifestors. It's funny because my mind's a little wandery because I'm like, I'm into the storm. My daughter's at work, so I was like just thinking about her and make sure that everything's all right. But I like to stay present and connected. So let's see what's going on. Magic. Happy, happy. I love that card. So magic is, I believe in magic. I see evidence of it all the time. And though the tricks can probably be explained away by something sensible and ordinary, I'd rather not ruin the fun. Other people can fill in their days with mere coincidence. I'll fill mine in with, holy crap, that's unbelievable. I do that all the time, mostly when I'm with my son because he has the, always the beginner's mind, always the studier, he's always like, blown away by the fact like a seagull landed on our hood yesterday when we were trying to drive away, and he stayed on our hood of our car and he just lifted up his wings like he wanted to fly when we were we were driving away. And I thought, that's odd, he's not scared at all, and he was like looking at me the whole time. It's really weird. Love me my birds. Wow, nice. Princess of Wands, Eight of Swords, Prince of Cups. I love this. So yeah, that's your match. Your prince is coming. Your princess is coming. Either way, I want to have these where you guys can see this. See, it's weird. Yeah, I love you guys to be able to see the cards as well. Yeah, your prince and princess is coming. You guys are equally matched. I feel like, yeah, you have had centuries old connections, and what's happening is, I need to hold these for a minute if you don't mind. Yeah, you guys have been through some things before, and it actually took a couple centuries for them to catch back up with you. There's going to be an age difference of a decade at least with this, so don't be fearful. Sometimes I feel like that works better. I feel like people mature at different rates, and it's just how it works out. And then you actually get someone that can teach you something a little bit because they've been around a little bit longer. They enjoy your youth and vitality. You enjoy their intelligence, their reserve, and their centered balance, yeah, and their fairness. Very high integrity grade people here. And then yeah, the Eight of Swords too. Well, yeah, try to get out of your mind, because what does happen sometimes in this is doubt due to the fact that there is an age spread or there's any kind of difference. Everybody starts second guessing themselves, which you don't need to do. Yeah, not at all, because you're super equally matched. Again, I feel like this is another springtime occurrence, and you're not going to be like, there's not going to be fear between you. You're going to have a connection that's like, whoa, it's like electric, it's immediate. You want to be with them all the time. They want to be with you all the time. They respect you, your time, your space, your hobbies, everything you do. There's a proponent to this relationship that's like highly magical. It's just like you get each other. You just get it. You're home. You're comfortable. There's love. There's passion. There's super, super passion. High connectivity on every single realm, which is really beautiful. You know what? You guys have the same values, you have the same interests. It's going to be interesting, you guys. It's going to just be a beautiful blend. It's going to be fast, furious, very accepting, you know what I mean? No judgment, which I love. And poised, there's your card. Yeah, you're poised. You're right on the verge. You know it's here. You know that success is here. That love is there. You're ready for it. You're open, accepting, balanced. That's you guys. Enough said. You're just ready. You're prepared. You've manifested this. You're ready. And you're like, all systems go. So that's you guys. Amazing. I love that. Okay, so that's you guys. So don't forget to, if you're new, to press like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Because I like when you like and subscribe. And then also press the notification bell so you'll know when all the new videos are up. And my links are all down below for the Etsy store, for everything. Your private reads, Instantgo, all that stuff. The PayPal's down there. I know a lot of you ask, oh, Melanie, because I get emails all the time. Oh, Melanie, how do I get hooked up for a read? You go to the little gray arrow in the bottom of the screen. Boom, press that. All the things go down there. And then the PayPal's right there. You just press on it. You choose the time frame you want. It goes right through. It's very, very simple. And don't forget to send me your email and your questions, because that's very helpful. So that's you guys. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So now we're on to message in a bottle. Let's see what your affirmator card is. Where are they? It's funny. This table is so long. It's ridiculous. It's like a full-size conference table. So when I'm looking for stuff, I'm like, oh, I just got to take a stretch. You guys, I know other readers can identify with this. When you're, I had a reading for a long time, like I did another one earlier. When you're there for a long time, your legs and your body gets so stiff, and it's like, I'm very physical, so if I can move, I can think faster. But sometimes when I'm sitting, I'm like, I get like a racehorse. Like, I'm a Sagittarius too. I don't want to be sitting still. Makes me crazy. So friendliness. Oh, sweet friendliness. Look at that friendliness. Friendliness. Whenever I smile, I make someone's day better. What a cool way to buy happiness for free. Today I'll remember what an awesome power I hold and that I'll take joy in improving lives simply by giving away grins like crazy. Note, in a pinch, money also works. Yes, Patreon supporters, money also works. I'm getting so excited to like build this cool system and get these oracle cards going that it's like I sometimes forget how expensive things are, right? When you go to printers and you ask questions, they're like, that costs what? You forget what you think might be hundreds is actually thousands. So friendliness, yeah. Like I'll just share an example today. Where did I no, oh yeah, when we went in the store, I'm very friendly to the staff where at Fairway, where I get my son's, he loves his pizza, and we go and get our food there a few days a week. And when the lady sees me over at the pizza counter and where she has all the salads, she'll start heating his food and bring it out to me while I'm on the floor shopping, because she knows that we're going to get it anyway. And it's so sweet and it's so lovely, and she's going to get the Christmas bonus because I'm like, I just love her. I love that little bit of extra service where people are like, hey, they're making your day easier. And I used to have like a weird, not fear, but a kind of anxiety of grocery stores, because they're when they supersized, I'm like, oh my gosh, you just want to go in there for one thing, you can't get overwhelmed, right? And that's one thing I want you guys to save yourself the battle in right now, is that getting overwhelmed when you go into places. Don't go into super CVS's, don't go into super stores like that, or especially around the holiday season, because you're going to get engulfed in all of that and be like sucked into the whatever that crazy materialistic, I caught that card. That thing where, oh, well, I have to have that. They'll definitely need that. My life isn't fulfilled without that. It's overwhelming. Just stay away from it. It's not necessary, for sure. Well, you know what? I wanted to switch decks with this. Yeah, sometimes I feel like certain decks. I'm going to hold this for a minute. I need to ground out. Sometimes I do try to get too much information at once, and I forget to say, okay, this is what I'm going to allow in right now. And then I get just like, it's like a Gulf Stream of shh. All right, guides, please let's slow our roll here, and pertinent information only, please. Because it's funny, I have relatives, my mother and my aunt, and they're chatty, and they like to come in and get up on the thing. Like, my mom loved hats, and I'm hearing a lot about hats. I'm hearing a lot about stuff, and I would just, once I open that door, and I'm like, let's all play. But yeah, I need to. Four of Cups. I love these cards so much. Seven of Pentacles. Four of Cups. Six of Swords. Here, called this group. I hear that's so creepy in a way. Okay, what I'm hearing, yeah. You're going to have a delicate ego through the holiday. I feel like a lot of your relatives are argumentative or saucy, hot, and a bit frightening. And it's not a place really you'd recommend bringing newbies home to and new relationships home to. I just feel like there's a lot of volatility in this group's homes, and that we're trying to seek balance here. But I like this. This aspect for bringing in your twin flame. This is definitely a twin flame group, and they are moving towards you. And again, I'm hearing, I hear new 111. So again, right after January, right after the new year. And how this is happening is you guys for some time have been putting the work in. You've been thinking about them. You've been visualizing them. You've been calling them towards you. You've been raising your vibration. You've been doing your personal work. So it's very helpful, and they're coming in. And I feel like a lot of them, they're very together people. In terms of the males coming in, I feel like they're very grounded. They're hardworking. They're ethical. They're spiritual, they're grounded, they're lovely, they're trustworthy. Very important, right? That's one of the biggest aspects that I always read about men too. They like when women treat them with trust. They feel like that elicits trust because they feel like they're not being questioned, second guessed, and life is hard when it comes to that, right? So then, therefore, they're happy to provide that basis for trust and that foundation and to become trustworthy. I'm also hearing mass generosity. I feel like this group, in terms of both the men and women that are around there, they want to be generous. They want to show you how much they love and care for you in any way they can, shape, or form. Doing little tasks, monetarily, all those things. So let's not ever look a gift horse, right? We always want to thank you, and gratitude is the biggest thing. Second I wake up, thank you for my family, thank you for my health, thank you for the fact that I woke up. You know what I mean? Just thank you for that. Thank you for the fact that I almost have 20/20 vision. Thank you for my beautiful viewers and all these people that I'm connected to around the world that are so lovely. And today I sent off jewelry to Switzerland, to Australia, and to California. And I get tingles all over because then I try to visualize people opening their packages in their environment. Of course, in Switzerland, I picture them in like Gstaad in the snow in a ski lodge, opening the ruby crown. And it was like, and then the Emerald Isle earrings went to Australia. And I picture this person at Outback looking out her window, seeing kangaroos, putting on the earrings, all those things. Like, I just delight in that. And I feel like you guys are going to have all these little flights of fancy and things. And that's, you're just going to be in this wonderful mondo beyond-o. And that's when your soul companion is just going to drift in, and your twin flames are just going to drift in because you're not suffocating anymore. There's no desperation attached to it. You're just like, if it happens, it happens. So it happens. I love that. I love that. Let's pick a card for this too. Yeah. So you're prepared. You're vibing on a really cool thing. Oh, and mending. That's another thing. I feel like you guys are in a very forgiving state. Like if somebody calls you and you haven't necessarily picked up the phone to them, you're picking up going, hey, what's up? Oh, by the way, if I misinterpreted this, I'm sorry. Because there's lots of misunderstanding, or we have we engage in certain conversations with people where if we're in a hurry or distracted, it does not come out necessarily the way we want it to, right? It comes out in a like an impatient, rushed, or half-assed thing of paying attention to them. I don't go anywhere if I don't have time to go there. You know what I mean? I don't go to a store where I'm going to run out of time. I realized that a long time ago because then I'm hurried and I'm hurrying others around me, and that's not fair, right? So we want to be chill. So you're mending fences. You're discussing things. You're leveling the playing field. You're just mowing all that dead grass out of there, so you have a very clean space and frequency to work out of. I love that. Yeah, so that way you're not harboring grudges. There's no old pains hanging out. So you're clearing your heart chakra like that, becoming much more receptive. Then your love is just going to drift in. And that's beautiful. Very important. I love, love, love that. So that's you guys. Yeah, you're open, free, you're harmonious, you're in balance. I love that. So very nice. So that's you guys. So if you're new, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the little button below for the notifications. All my links are down below if you need private reads or any help in any way, shape, or form. I have the Instantgo. That's like a quick one question answer that I can get back to within 20 minutes. I love you guys. Sometimes I get up at 5:30 and I'll see questions already lining up for it, and it's so cute and I love it. You know, I'm at my best at the crack of dawn, strangely enough. So yeah, all of that. Instantgo, it's really quick because some of you people are going on dates where I feel like a lot of you are elevating and you have new building blocks, and all of a sudden you're like, whoa. You get like a little bit of vertigo. You're like, well, I don't want to lose this because I now have this. And again, we don't want fear coming into anything, displacing the gratitude, right? So what if we're receiving more on a daily basis? Know that you're valued, and that's why you're receiving it. And because you're in a higher frequency, that you're deserving of all these things. Always that you're deserving. Okay, so that's you guys. Don't forget to press subscribe. Thank you so much, you guys. This channel is growing more and more, and I'm so happy. It's growing really, really well. So that is you. I can never tell if it's a cat at the door or a person. So I'm going to go like this so we know it's the end of the